Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Andy,
Hey.
it's the draft, man. Holy shit. This fucking rocks. We have some chaos right away. I thought this was going to be a boring, stupid draft with not a lot to chew on, but the Jacksonville Jaguars, this is solid. They made an incredible move up to 2 from 5. They effectively give away some capital this year that's good, but next year's first, which who the hell knows? Like maybe that's important. Maybe that ends up being, picking the teens. But if the Jags ultimately take a step forward this year, have a healthy Trevor Lawrence, that might be a pick in the 20s, in which case getting a generational player like Travis Hunter feels pretty good by them. I get why.
Yeah, I mean, how many guys in the
but
draft do you think, like, how many guys are there in the, there's going to be some receiver that we don't see coming that has a big year or something. Like, I love that.
Jason, that's fucking awesome. That is awesome.
I mean, how many guys are there though, Drew, that like legitimately could change your fortunes this year? Like
one.
Yeah.
I don't
think Ward. Yeah, even Ward in a better situation, I don't think does.
Yeah,
it's like him, and maybe there's one of these other quarterbacks ends up doing something. Yeah. I just don't feel it.
And the cool thing now is rather than this being a procession of what we knew was coming, we get to talk about the way that the market reacted today, which was fucking amazing. Has so many stories and little wrinkles to break down that I want your opinion on. And mostly just like now, what happens at 5? I don't think anyone has really thought hard about, well, what would the Browns take if they didn't take Travis Hunter? Because why the fuck would you think about that? Mason Graham. I mean, their offensive line they need so much. Like, I really could not tell you what direction we go in here. We have 3 picks in so far. They are the 3 expected in order, but not to the teams expected, which really makes this fun now.
For some reason, I have a Kelvin Banks number 5. But a pretty stupid number. I don't remember. I always do this. I'm start doing my accounting on just draft stuff, and then I start looking and like, what was the genesis for this? It's just a lot of small bets here and there on stuff. But I have like a Milrow 3 from forever ago.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I mean that's not
probably not coming.
Instead, Abdul Carter is your 3. 3 picks in the books. Anyone that really went ham on the Austin Genty under, you should be fucking sweating your ass off. Like, there is a very real free fall for Genty here. Like, I kind of think you now need a trade. He's still live potentially to go 6 to the Vegas
I think
Raiders.
Vegas is still pretty live to take him.
I mean, everything we've heard is they just basically moved on to offensive line. The big war in the market was over whether they really liked Membu or Banks, with Banks ultimately winning after Pete Carroll started tweeting clues that were kind of thinly veiled Banks, it felt like, but then they got weird. This is really going to be a fascinating next 30 minutes. I cannot wait to break it down. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're watching live, should probably give this a little bit of a retweeteroonie.
Oh yeah, I put it out on Twitter too.
Oh yeah, this is on Twitter.
All right,
oh,
grading
so
my first loser, Jalen Milrow, to go forward. 150 to 1.
I'm gonna tweet out the YouTube link so that anyone that wants, they can come chat with us, because we want to hear your commentary about this absurdity too. This is freaking unbelievable that this is where we're at here.
$20. Tough luck.
All right.
I'm up on the day though. I'm up on the day. We have Hunter number 2 in. I'm glad that was kind of
good thing you went Hunter number 2, not Hunter to the Browns. As an exact.
I thought about
a lot of people did have that.
I'm like, I thought about that a little. I'm like, shit. I'm like, oh, that wasn't a market. That wasn't a market that was up yet.
There was a huge time when the only markets to bet were exact picks 2 teams. There wasn't a 1.02 market. And anyone that at that time that was like convicted that Hunter was going to go second was betting Hunter to the Browns. And those are fucking losers now. I can't believe that. Unreal.
The positional stuff too, Drew, because of like what Josh said here. I wonder if, somebody in the Discord had Jags to take a corner.
Hey, by the way, do you want, we need to talk about spoilers before anything else. Do you want them right away or no spoilers?
Let's go with the should we go with the broadcast for
You
people?
sure?
I think people might not want it.
We'll let the people vote. I'll put a poll if they want spoilers or not. All right, sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting your point.
People get mad when when you do it when we're watching a live stream like Thursday and they're behind. I mean,
Okay.
fuck it. I mean, we'll just spoil. It's fine.
Well, Will Campbell's going forth.
I mean,
That's not really that big of a surprise, but first offensive lineman off the board is Will Campbell, Patriots. I'm surprised, honestly, that if the Browns were willing to trade down, that the Patriots didn't make a more sincere effort. I guess they weren't willing to give away next year's one. Jags next year's one is going to be probably behind the Patriots. Probably, maybe. Tough to say. They're going to be pretty compelling, similar. They must not have been willing to give up next year's one, I'm guessing. But Patriots could have used fucking Travis Hunter a hell of a lot more than, I mean, not a hell of a lot more. They need somebody to pass protect. So this is fine. They're more like 2 years away, whereas the Jaguars could bounce quick. Who knows? I don't know.
well, especially in that division. And I like the ballsiness of a young GM coming and just saying like, hey, there's one guy in this draft. Let's go get him, because future picks are uncertain. If we hit this and we think we made the right coaching hire, the future picks might be 25th.
Yeah. And what's especially funny is when we heard from the leak of the Jags board from February, it was Hunter, Gap, Carter, Gap, and then Graham, which is what set all of this in motion, that we couldn't understand what the hell the Jags were going to do, and that they just didn't know what they were going to do until they finally gave up enough to move up. Good haul by Cleveland, but in general, I think this was a nice move for the Jags. This was a win-win. And I'd rather see Hunter in Jacksonville than Cleveland anyway, personally. Anyway,
where would you slate the running back then? If, let's say, if it doesn't happen at 5'6",
I mean, here's
seven.
Okay. This is
interesting.
I'm so glad you asked this.
Now they're talking Breece Hall's on the block.
Yes.
Maybe a generational running back falls in the Jets' lap. Like we said, the Jets have been real mum, and they kind of got to wait to see what hashes out at 5'6".
I mean, we got to focus on 5, which is are the Browns done, or are they trading back again? Well. My general read on that is that their leverage is a little bit weak, because like the Bears, what reason do the Bears have to trade up now? They know the Jags were the team that was everybody had connected the dots was going to take Austin Gentry. Now they're definitely not. So I don't think the Browns are a realistic candidate to take a running back. It's really just they have to dodge the Raiders and maybe the Jets. And then he's just going to be there at 10. So there's really no reason for the Bears to trade up at this point, I don't think. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't know who the deal
It doesn't mean they're not going to.
but if I'm the Browns, you have to ask for quite a bit to get up to that spot, I think. And like some of the teams that really are thinking about going up, we talked about like the Broncos and maybe the Cowboys. Like it's not only is it a steep haul, I don't know if they need to go up that high to get the guys they want.
Okay. Well, to answer Matt's question, we will do our best to kind of keep an eye on. I think the FanDuel market is probably the one that's the most interesting because they are actually offering a lot of stuff way down the board. And as we see surprises or runs, we'll comment on what we think that means for teams later on. So my guess now is that the Browns just do best player available for them on their board. Who knows if that's Graham? Who knows if it's Membu? It could be Banks. I wouldn't be surprised by anything. And I would guess I would be surprised if it's actually Gentry.
It doesn't really fit with him unless they really like him, I guess. I
never
could be a thing.
Connecting the dots.
The thing is, like, nothing is going to fix the Browns. The Browns did what the Browns made the right move. The Browns tried to go get the first overall pick. So they need like a good quarterback. It's the only thing that's going to help them out right now. And now they're probably stuck with one of the other guys or
baby
Rodgers.
5 is going to be the Cleveland Browns picking. I'll spoil that surprise. I'll let you kind of put the rest of it together.
No trade. I mean, was the steam right? Is it Graham?
It's Graham.
Okay.
It's Graham 5.
So far, the closing steam has been
yes, go ahead.
Pretty solid.
Yes. Yes, it has been.
We do have one more pick to go, But I mean, somebody bet Genty over 6.5 at close, like they were sitting in his living room with him.
Like you had just gotten the call from the Bears at 10.
Or they were sitting in Pete Carroll's living room.
Yeah. Ooh, buddy. One out now for anyone who went bridge jumper on Genty under 6.5. I gotta tell you, man. Oh man, dude. Graham over 5.5 was a big L for some folks. That got bet from okay. God damn, I gotta pull up my closing odds. So Graham on the close to be a top 5 player. I'm going to go with bookmaker prices. If you didn't already know that, that's really all I have to look at. He was plus 258 to be drafted in the top 5. He was plus 434 to be exactly the 5th pick. That was from after being a healthy favorite to be the 5th pick for a very long time, and an absolutely insane turn of events that we have. The teams is picking 2nd and 5th flip-flop, and it goes chalk relative to the late February expectation. Unreal. Ooh boy, that's gonna burn some accounts. That's gonna burn some capital. So Genty 1 out now to go in the top 6. That market was unreal today. After the news was floated of the 2.5, I spent most of my afternoon watching that over 6.5 price, because there was a little bit of a leak in the bookmaker algo max pricing, where on the over-unders, they would let you have 2K to win if you were laying the price, laying the minus odds. 2K to stake if you were betting a plus money number, which meant if, I don't know, Ashton Genty was plus 485 to go over 6.5, you could lay 2K to win 10. And then they limits went up to 3. So at one point you could lay 3K to win 15. Abnormally distributed, I saw, was on the exact same wavelength as me at the exact same time, because I was trying to click and price was moving on me and they weren't accepting. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, damn it. Somebody beat me to this like thought process. And ultimately I got mine in. He's in. We're very much rooting for the Vegas Raiders to just take Kelvin Banks like we all were hoping. But golly, man, this was a surprise windfall potentially of draft betting, because to win anything in the 5 figures I couldn't find it anywhere except for this one leak.
Yeah, a lot of my bets are just small stuff, because that's what you can get. Like anything of size was a bookmaker, and the menu was small. Mm-hmm. You get what you wanted there, but a lot of times, as soon as you wanted to get something, it was moving or the market was down.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Evan Mobley did win DPOI. Congrats to everybody who had that in the 30-1 range. That was a nice win for the Mobley backers. I had a little bit, but nothing to be super excited about. Captain Clutch last night was a much bigger for me, and with Jalen Brunson. Sorry. Speaking of Captain Clutch, Knicks, please just stay focused, guys. Keep your heads, stay cool, continue to play well. I'm desperately waiting this 6th
I like this
pick.
Lawrence. Yeah, I have. I think I went with DL in my mock.
Yeah. Okay.
This is kind of the tipping point for a lot of stuff. Although,
this is massive.
I don't know what the Jets are going to do.
This is massive. All right. Whew, I'm kind of nervous actually, because this is like total fucking windfall. It was the only honeypot, and again, like this rumor started today early in the morning at Forecasters, as someone was desperately trying to get a match for Browns not to make the 2nd pick. And it's just like when you see random ass shit like that pop up day of, your antenna immediately
they want it for size. Yeah.
They want to. You're like, what? Really interesting. No thanks. Like, not gonna touch that one. Not gonna take
you
that.
know what I don't want? The other side of that.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but this feels like a lopsided market, at least in terms of knowledge. But yeah, of course, the cloak and dagger community in the faraway places who are squaring in Bitcoin, like they're it always starts there. They always have it first somehow. Did you hear anything about Jags up to 2 ever?
No, not till today.
Or are you making the face because the Raiders are
I'm making
taking
the face
Genty?
because
Ah,
Grandpa George got his bailout.
Like, I mean, kind of. Wasn't all his shit like 4th, 5th, and stuff?
Well, no, I mean, I know he laid a lot. Well, he laid a lot to win a little on like 6.5.
Damn. So no honeypot. Oh well. That's okay. That's okay.
I think I have a losing draft now.
I covered I covered what do you call it? I covered my under 6.5 with Genty exactly 6th at plus 968. So I'm not taking a loss here, but boy, that would have been a fucking
I had some
nice
nice
windfall.
numbers on I had some nice numbers on Raiders to take an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I know. Banks. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Ah, Banks nice. 6th. Oh.
Now here's the interest.
Well, I wasn't spending that money, but I had a bunch there. Now I'm worried about Banks. Where's his home?
I don't know. We still have Membu on the board. We have the Jets who could go any number of directions.
Now I'm nervous. I don't like this all of a sudden. I was delighted, and now I'm nervous.
I know. I kind of wish if this would have been an offensive lineman, my day would be going a lot better. But
shit,
such is life. Yeah, my next one to sweat. I have Jets to take a linebacker. I think the Jalen Walker fall kind of put the clamps on that one. I have Jets to take Tet McMillan, exact price, big number for some reason. One of my bets just says Jets. I don't know what that means, but it pays 25 to 1.
It's Tet McMillan.
Look up that.
You said that, right? Didn't you say Tet McMillan?
No, I have Tet. No, Tet to the Jets, maybe? What is this?
Yeah, that was what you told me. You got a price on that. But yeah.
No, I have several Jets bets.
Damn it.
This is Jets linebacker.
Well,
I bet that at 2 places.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't like determined that Banks needed to go 6 to go in the top 10, but that was a really we're now past 2 potential good landing spots for that.
Help. Yeah.
So if Banks doesn't go to the Jets now, and the Jets can choose between Banks and Membu and Warren, who apparently I was told at least they were preparing to have, but now all 3 of them are available. Take whoever you like, Jets. So now Banks to go top 10 is feeling sketchy. Just a quick note on Banks, by the way. They left his over-under up at 13.5 at Bookmaker, and into the close, somebody parked about $200,000 in it for based on the number of clicks, because they were taking basically to win 3, and there was like 200,000 parked there to win about 24K from 2,400 from 24K. Sorry. Was what I saw in terms of the number of clicks until they just got rid of that market. So that will be fascinating mega sweat at some point.
I just need 14 more SEC players.
Well, the chances are good the next one coming off the board is SEC, right? Unless it's Warren, I guess.
I understood that he was linked to him. The whole draft was, hey, this guy's good, but he's not Bowers. And then they're going to take him 8 spots ahead of where Bowers went. I guess
I kind of can't believe the Raiders ended up taking Genty after all that.
Yeah.
In fact, if you just turned your mock draft in on March 20th, you're 5 for 5.
I was going to say I should go look at my
6 for 6. You're 6 for 6. Yeah, you've gotten every single pick correct in terms of player in the number. You didn't get the team right, but you got the player to the number so far for all 6, right?
Yeah, my final mock was Ward, Hunter, Carter, Campbell. Oh, I went Tet 5. Tet 5, Membu 6 on the final one. So it's toast. It's toast at this point. But at that
Tet's
point,
gonna.
too, I'm like, I remember sitting there and looking and like, well, if there's going to be trades, do I really go sit and redo my mock draft at like 5 p.m.?
Is it wrong for me to cheer for this Genty pick to the Raiders to be a phenomenal failure?
It feels like
just because the
spot.
upside if they hadn't taken him here was so good. Man, I feel like the community broadly is like pretty dissatisfied with the way that this is broken. Is that fair? Is this the most tilting top 6 we could have had so far?
I mean, unless you had like some weird, like a few people took some weird flyers on like the Jags to take a wide receiver or a corner. Like those are fun hits. But all my weird flyers, like I got some good prices on to take an offensive lineman for the Raiders.
I think this is a mega tilt. This is a mega tilt outcome so far for everybody because this was like the original chalk, which you never had betting opportunity for, and everybody bet away from. Do you know what I'm saying? This original 6 chalk was what everybody was betting away from.
Yeah, just different teams. Obviously, yeah, right. 2 and 5. Right. But yeah, the Graham thing, we had we talked about that. The Graham thing was locked in a month ago. It felt like that was more locked in than Cam Ward was locked in when we, before we absolutely put that in stone.
The Hef is right. At bookmaker, Ashton Genty at close was plus 923. Don't ask me how I know that. I don't want to talk about it. Motherfucker. The closing odds for 7th overall, Tyler Warren was the favorite at plus 140. Armand Membu was second at 2-1. Kelvin Banks was third at 3-1. So this is probably going to be a chalky one of those 3.
What's your Banks price?
3-1.
Okay.
Well, to go 7th. That was the closing price to go 7th. My Banks
price.
But
didn't you have a top 10 price? I thought
I have a top 10 price on him at plus 250, and I had a 10-1 down to 7-1 to go 6th, which is obviously gone. Did you see the answer already?
I did.
It's not Banks. It's not Warren. It's Membu. All right. Well, Membu, you are a Jet. Taking a right tackle makes sense, I guess. This was pretty broadly thought to be the likely Jets pick for most of the draft cycle again back in March, right? Or early April. You gotta can you do me a favor and look through your archives and find a mock draft that you published where you were 7 for 7? Because I bet you there is one.
I do. Oh, for sure. It was probably the one right before this.
I bet you have a 7 for 7 going at some point.
Yeah.
I want to know who you have 8 in that one.
I gotta look back. I could look at my NHL one from the last time I did that.
All right, let's talk about pick number 8. Pick 8 is the Carolina Panthers for now. We assume it's the Panthers. So far, nothing has happened in terms of runs on players that I would assume someone is panic trading up to 8 for anything. 2 tight ends still available.
Membu,
an elite tackle available. And a wide receiver 1 available. Like, there's no reason for anyone to be scrambling to come up to 8. Do you agree with that? So the Carolina's stuck picking this?
Yeah, I mean, that was always the thing was, everyone's saying, oh, man, they're going to want to trade back. They should trade back. And yeah, probably. That makes sense. But somebody has to want something. And the other part of the equation is they could just go cheap. They said, like, hey, we don't care. We'll take a discount here. If we don't want anybody here and we're willing to get something out of it, we can take a discount where you don't have to get full value. And then maybe
but the problem is
willing, if they the 8th pick is 20% off tonight.
Yeah, but like what for what even though? You know what I mean? Like this next tranche of teams, the next tranche of teams picking, like all of their options are available.
I think it would be the Cowboys think Banks is going before them and they really want him. They've been pretty hard linked to them. It'd be them. Jesus, I don't know, like somebody who really wants the tight end.
If we have to sweat out,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're right.
We have to sweat out Banks 13 to the Dolphins. I'm gonna be sick. I'm not gonna throw up on air, but I might.
I think the Cowboys would take him. I don't think he'd get past them.
Okay, I hope you're right. Okay. It should be noted that at some point a rumor floated that Tet McMillan was the target for the 8th pick. It was unclear as to which team would be making that pick, but the assumption is that is ultimately who the Carolina Panthers were coveting. I know at some points today you could have gotten Tet McMillan to go 8th in the 10-to-1-ish range, and Tet McMillan closed the favorite at -131 to go 8th. So this was a pretty powerful rumor in terms of shaping the market. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
No, I stayed away from this one. I
had
enough top 10 bets.
I got to quote our friend Bush Johnson, who said, "Crazy how I wasn't betting the draft, and then I blinked, and if Ted McMillan doesn't go 8th, I'm going to be eating air for dinner for 2 weeks." That's how these things work. Day of steam rumors come, and the next thing you know, you're like, wow, I really need something that I didn't even know was likely to happen.
No,
because I think when we talked about it with when we did our preview pod on Tuesday with Nick, we were like, we got a sliver that Tet McMillan goes to the Panthers, right?
They did. I need the Seahawks to draft Shedeur Sanders to save my draft.
Oh no.
I mean, not really. I have some over. No. I have some good over positions, but none of those are none of those are like making me rich. No, as long as the over unders I got CLV on don't go completely tits up all night long, I think I'll be fine. That is a big price though. Like that one, if that does happen tomorrow, by the way, if that does happen tomorrow, that would be a nice little cherry on top.
Yeah. So far, by the way, the only massive scores that I could tell you where you could get a big liquid bet down on, on something, was Mason Graham to go 5th exactly. And even that wasn't very liquid because you had to multi-click $1,000 a click to get it. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think anyone has made serious money except for the people booking this. Taking
good for them.
Anyone who was really confident that Genty was going in the top 5. Damn, dude. That Mason Graham over steam was real. And that's not getting home.
Well, I mean, it jived with what we were hearing from this is not what we think that the
Jaguars will not be drafting Graham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I like the fit. I like Membu going to the Jets. Mm-hmm. Good pick for them. This kind of brings me back to what I talked about earlier, what I wanted to think about with these new GMs. Apparently, you've got guy who values, bird in the hand over 2 in the bush in Gladstone.
Yeah, fuck them picks.
Jets is pragmatic so far. Like take
not just pragmatic, but Lions-esque.
Start right away.
Yeah, it's Penny Sewell clone.
Yeah, Patriots pragmatic as well, which makes sense. What was our other one? Our new GMs
that have already drafted.
Yeah, Spytech, I guess.
Spytech took the guy his kid
Genty.
wanted. He took the kid. His kid wanted.
He listened to his kid. I mean, he watched Hard Knocks.
I guess. Do you think that Pete Carroll was literally just trolling?
Yeah, he used to do this. He just put random shit out. Like he used to do this before the drafts for Seattle. He'd put random stuff.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. It was just noise.
I think so. I mean, some of it, maybe he was just messing with us because some of it was like, oh, this could be this or this could be that.
I don't know why, but I'm like kind of surprised by the Genty pick to 6. I kind of had talked myself into Spytech was a little sharper than that.
And we got Tet at 8.
Tet 8 was real. That was the only rumor today that, or not the only one. I guess the trade for the Jaguars and the Browns was real. Tet is your number 8 pick for building the confidence of little Bryce Young.
He looked good later on in the
Who did?
season.
Bryce Young?
Oh, also Bills to take a running back would be a nice one too. I forgot we got that in. Now I'm just looking at the ones that have the biggest paydays. Like I need all these to hit now. Might be a while for that.
We've got
At that point,
commentary
we're watching
Cal.
basketball.
He likes your hat.
Thank you.
I also, Cal hopefully heard our podcast this morning where we told the Nazi kicker 50-1 story from the
he
2020
reposted
draft.
his tweet about it.
Oh, good. That was a good time. I got to decipher our friend Handjob's joke about Teo in the bush. I will say I got a mea culpa. I got to own it. I thought this draft was going to suck. I thought it was going to be boring. This has been insane.
It's been fun. I mean, not financially for a lot.
Just
of
when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Did you see that article about from like the
what are the fucking Knicks doing, man?
The Washington Post? It's like, oh, the draft sucks. Well, maybe like I'm not going to sit and watch the NHL draft. I don't enjoy it. Like I don't. Like yeah, there's a lot of fans of the NFL that care a lot about this. Somebody had a really good tweet, and it brings it back to the Jets. I think it was that Billy M, where he's just like, even if it's like the right pick, fans just hate when they take like an offensive lineman.
Oh sure.
It's just like, oh, that's so boring. You get so much more excited about that's what's been fun. Back when I was a Vikings fan, before I had to put the dog up. Like for a stretch there, we'd take awesome offensive players and it just work out. Like, oh, Randy Moss, he bowdy. Oh, Adrian Peterson. Oh, Percy Harvin, even before he kind of flamed out. Like we got a lot of fun offensive players. It's so fun when your team takes a guy and they click. Obviously Moss is, geez, I mean, how many guys that dropped a little, besides, I mean, Brady's the obvious example, but a guy with like character concerns, and it's like, oh shit, you guys all fucked up. Like you should have drafted this guy.
You should have drafted Tyreek Hill, win a Super Bowl, and then trade him to Miami and let him be an insane person there. All right, I don't have any skin on 9. I would like it to be Michael Williams, but I have never had a good read on what the Saints were going to do from day one till right now, this second. I'll comment on the closing odds for pick 9. The favorite was Jackson Dart, actually. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the favorite was Michael Williams, was plus 128. Jackson Dart was your second choice. Armand Membu was your third choice. He's obviously gone. Banks was in the mix. Mason Graham was in the mix. He's obviously gone. Tyler Warren is in the mix. Shamar Stewart is in the mix. Shadur Sanders is in the mix. So this was kind of Jalen Walker was in the mix. So this was a similar one where the market really just didn't have a read on this either. Oh, we do have to say, though, there was 2 beyond just the Tet McMillan going 8, Andy. You know who else was winners on that last one? The people who very, very confidently let wide receiver 1 Tet trickle all the way down to minus 130 and then bet it all the way out to minus 700. That was a very sincere and aggressive move in favor of Tet McMillan being your wide receiver 1. And then on top of learning he went specifically 8, which was the rumor, is a little bit it's of note.
Yeah, he was always a weird one too, because the most trusted name in all of this, Daniel Jeremiah, right off the bat in his press conference, his call, he says, I don't think this guy's going to go high, and he always, I'm not trying to dog on him, because he would always qualify it with, but he might. Like his evaluation was, there's a lot of teams that had Tet low. But as the draft went on, and he still mocked him in the 20s sometimes, he'd say there's still a handful of teams that like this guy a lot. And, he could be a big-time impact player. So it's one of the, like, in the mock drafts you'd see, it'd be like, Tet McMillan, 9. Tet McMillan, 24. Like there haven't been it just feels like there haven't been a lot of guys that were just all over the place, like real bimodal like that.
It has been 5 minutes, and we have no indication or leak of where the Saints are going. So maybe the Saints don't know. The Saints' backs are really, really hard against the wall here. No strong indication that they have a direction. Maybe they're waiting the full time here to get the best offer possible to trade down so they can have more draft assets. Does that sound crazy?
I have a
I don't think they're
pretty
going
good
to get an
price
offer
on
though.
them. I have a pretty good price on them to take Genty here.
Genty, he's unlikely to go ninth.
Feels
Feels
unlikely.
low likelihood. Insane that the chaos so far has been pretty contained. Ted McMillan top 10. I'm running out of options. Actually, I am out of options. If this isn't Banks, my Banks top 10 is gone, which is going to be sad. I was pretty excited about that one because I got plus 250 and it closed minus something. I could have cashed that one out for a good win. Fuck.
It hasn't been like linked or anything, but Bears to take an offensive tackle was a lot of early mocks like that before it became like, oh, they want the running back, oh, they want the tight end. I'm still not sold on this tight end going top 10. I love him. He's great. And maybe this draft is that weak, but I don't know. If I'm the Bears, I think I'd look other ways or trade back for him. I don't know that the Niners and Cowboys are going to take him.
Kelvin Banks Jr. Yes.
There we go.
Whew. There we go. Needed that one, man. Needed that one. Now we sweat Michael Williams.
He is a SEC player.
He is an SEC player.
That's three.
That's the kind. Can we get
kind of how I was
live on our? I don't think we can. Oh, what a great! You know what, guys? Saints, great pick. Great pick.
Smart. The brain trust on there.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you have questions about your offensive line, like you could put them anywhere. You can move them around. You can move all your chess pieces around. Like the Saints are building the Eagles, Andy. Just like the Eagles built up from the trenches, the Saints are now the Eagles.
Yeah.
This is good.
We'll see about that. Few holes still. I probably wouldn't liken the pass rush for the Saints to what we have up in Philly, even after lost players.
I got to tell you, there's an account that tweeted the Panthers offense, including Ted McMillan. This is probably going to be my lowest rated offense this year when we do numbers. This is a bad offense. Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdell, Ted McMillan, Xavier Legette, Adam Thielen.
I would have them ahead of Pittsburgh right now.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Just quarterback wise.
And probably, I mean, barely. Mason Rudolph and Bryce Young.
Bryce Young looked serviceable. Mason Rudolph is a backup, man. Honestly, how about Cleveland?
Cleveland's pretty bad too.
Cleveland's pretty low in my opinion.
Those three are bad. Yeah.
Even to tell you the truth, Tennessee, New York Giants. There's some bad offenses.
There's have-nots or very have-not. Yeah.
They're have-notty.
I agree. Yeah. Oof, man.
All right, so I think offensive tackle.
Saints with Spencer Rattler. Not necessarily going to rate very well.
I think offensive tackle is probably out the window for the Bears. Obviously, they didn't get the running back.
This has got to be Warren, right? I would be shocked if it's not, right?
I would be taking phone calls if I was them, I guess. Everyone should all the time anyway.
Oh, by the way, we got another huge price in. Calvin Banks to go ninth was $11.35, largely because I don't think people thought he was going to be available. So the 10th overall pick odds, Tyler Warren closed your favorite at plus 258. Colston Loveland was plus 591. Michael Williams 969. Shamar Stewart 1532. Omarion Hampton in the mix. that's about it of players who are available. All right, man. What say
Can you
you?
imagine if they go with one of the other running backs, if it's Hampton or Henderson?
That'd
Just
be
full
awesome.
ass wild card.
That'd be awesome. Do you think that's very possible?
I don't think it's super possible, but it's a thing. Like they've talked to those guys.
One of the more confident early positions we saw when Bookmaker hung their positional totals was Tyler Warren over 9.5. That's home. So congratulations, whoever was convicted there. The
Did you see the tweet from Hagrin?
No, what did he say?
Basically, it's the same thing with you, but with a screenshot.
Oh,
Where he
what?
said, "Hey, if a mega sharp comes at you and tries to cross the morning of the draft, you should know." And it's a DM. It's a screenshot of a DM. Like, "Hey, would you want to cross on the Browns to get Hunter?" And he's like, "Nice try stealing my gold." But I mean, obviously, I wonder who it was who even tried that, because
that's
Hagrid
excellent.
obviously did know better and does know better.
That's
But yeah,
excellent.
if somebody comes with that and it's someone you know who wins
From the clouds, yeah. Oh yeah.
it's like,
Oh yeah.
hey, it'd be funny. Oh man, I'm so high. Like it's you got to pull like the drunk encyclopedia salesman bit if you wanted to. Like, oh man, I'm so drunk. I would totally cross this with you for 100K.
There are a handful of very long-term winners that I've crossed with in life who I will only listen to like their awards opinions and back against them, because just like it's preseason, I'm just like, worst case scenario, I can find a way out of this. And but other than that, when somebody comes from the clouds looking across, walk away. Yeah, that's very good advice. Walk away.
Have that one.
Yeah, this is a fair question. Johan L says Hagrin is what we would call NBOSS, right? Yeah, absolutely. I think an NBOSS in terms of like he's betting into mature markets in the NFL and winning. I think that's a reasonable assumption.
Tight end.
Is it? But not Warren. It's Loveland.
That's why I said it that way.
Lovey. Wow.
Well, that closed like 4-1 for him to be the first tight end.
Do you want to know what that number was? First tight end for Loveland was a big one.
I think it was like 4. It bounced around, but
you know what's funny about that is that was one of those ones where it gets said enough on draft content that you listen to in March and April that you're just like, all right, come on.
Yeah,
like,
it felt much, didn't it?
Like, yeah, exactly.
Everybody's saying that. Everyone says, "Oh, they're so close."
Oh, baby. Tyler Warren, first 10 end drafted, closed minus 1,200. Colston Loveland was plus 450. So we had some bridge jumpers out there. When you were up there on the bridge, and if you're the Tyler Warren minus 1,200 guy, wave to the Aston Genty top 5 guy
on the way down.
On the way down, because those seemed pretty locked in when we closed these markets, and they are ultimately not going to cash. Let's look at some of the FanDuel live odds. Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
All right. Based on what happened, what does your gut tell you about the way that the next tranche of picks is going to unfold? Like, there's good defensive players available still.
Yeah, so we
Michael,
have all 3,
2 Georgia guys.
All three top offensive linemen are off the board. So it feels DL has to be, I think, defensive line for the, or they could, if they get squarely, probably 80-20 DL corner.
Okay.
And then Cowboys, obviously they've been linked to wide receiver. It'd have to be Golden at this point.
Okay.
But they could also take another offensive lineman or go DL.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of good defensive players. And again, one thing I mocked early, and I still believe in my heart of hearts, if the best cornerback is out there, I don't hate that pick for the Cowboys either. And then if neither of those teams takes an offensive lineman, Miami has to be tackle or corner, I guess, or safety. Just either D-back, I guess.
They have closed the 13 pick market. I didn't see what it was. 14th pick market is open. Oh, good. I was actually I meant to recommend this, but yes, this business we chose.
Is my second favorite podcast of all time. Is this?
What's number 1?
It's like 4 hours or something ridiculous, if I remember right. It's a long one. I think he's the one who was like,
he wrote his own rundown.
He basically doesn't let Shepard host. He's like, here's my list of things I'm going to talk about in order. Let's go through this outline. And when I'm done doing podcasts.
So the first question I have for myself is, what do you do for this? Here's what I do. That was fucking awesome. It was
Michael
awesome.
Williams, huh?
So Colts 14th pick is live, and Tyler Warren, you'll be unsurprised to know he is
Minus
the
200?
healthy chalk, minus 430. Is there a world where the Colts do not take Tyler Warren 14? And in that world is they trade up to take him, right?
Man, I'd love to fade it, but I don't know what unless there's a defensive player they really, really want there.
Offensive line? Booker?
Well, they got the
Booker right now is 30-1.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they'd go interior offensive line. Doesn't feel like a spot. I know they need it, but they need a lot of things.
Okay.
Man, with a new defensive coordinator in the building trying to fix things. Defensive back is not big sweet Lou. I don't think I don't know that defensive secondary is out of the question.
Starks,
be interesting.
Harrison, Barron.
Well, Barron. Yeah.
Okay.
Barron, Starks, the other safety, but it does feel like the price is probably correct on tight end.
Let's move to 15. Again, we have. I don't think we got 11 yet, did we? I'm assuming it's a defensive end.
It's Michael Williams.
Oh, fuck yes. Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So his under comes through. I never doubted that.
What?
Never.
You didn't have any.
That.
Never doubted it. Okay, I doubted it a little. You never know. Walker's still available, right?
Everything.
Jalen Walker still.
Jalen Walker is the fall.
Tweener.
The fall's correct.
Your tweener is still available. We expect that the Cowboys are going either offensive line or Golden, right? I doubt they take Walker. Walker will be there.
I think they would take a defensive back before they took Walker.
I doubt that the Dolphins take
Miami
Walker.
wouldn't take Walker.
Walker's going to fall to the Walker's going to fall to the Cardinal. I mean the Falcons.
Yeah.
Walker is currently
we'll never know
15-1. He's 15-1 to go 15th. Bang. That's the bet of the live. That's the live bet of the draft. We will stick around till that pick gets clicked, but my goodness gracious, 15-1 for Walker to go pick 15 is a nice bet. That is a nice one. What do you think? Am I crazy?
I'm thinking I wish I had FanDuel. Jesus. I'm in a illegal state here looking at thanks a lot, Bet Online. They have time of last pick in the first round. 11:04 p.m. Eastern.
You're not interested in betting that? Oh, that's
good.
Weird.
Good.
Fun one for me to handicap. Yeah. Down to 9-1. Good job, people. You're doing it right. You're doing it.
That is a banger. It's a banger at 10-1.
Yeah.
You know what the thing about Michael Williams is?
What's that?
He's an SEC player.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Well, so is Jalen Walker. We need to get him off the board, man. Let's move him. Let's move this guy. Let's move him. I know, but the longer he slides, the less likely there is to need to reach for guys like Pierce and who's the other? Isn't there another kind of Nolan? Right? Like we got to get Pierce and Nolan in the first round, man.
Nolan,
which means we got to get Walker. We got to move Walker. We got to move Nolan. Then there's a chance we move Pierce later.
I just might be toast. We'll find out.
Oh boy, that was your bridge jumper, man. Please say so that toast.
That was my. Sometimes you fall off the bridge. There's no water.
Okay, so I am still very hesitant to say that we're gonna find and hear of a trade in this kind of range, but maybe we do. The Cowboys are on the clock, and I'm gonna say that they're probably. What's your official prediction between line and Golden for the Cowboys?
I mean, who's the lineman they take?
Booker probably, or maybe Connerly, or maybe who's the other guy? Simmons.
Yeah, I think if they believe in this Simmons is like a top 10 guy if we don't have the injury. So I think if they did, it'd take Simmons or
Zabel.
I don't think it'd take interior. So Simmons or Connerly feels pretty early for Connerly. Like I said, I still believe they might go defensive back, but right now it's probably for me Simmons or Golden. Leaning on Golden.
Okay.
Just because they said they talked so much about him. They wanted Banks, they didn't get him.
They didn't get him. Yep. I think they're still very realistic potential they take O-line, but tough to say. I like this. I think ultimately I'm in good shape here now that Banks win in the top 10 and Williams is safely home. I can take some deep breaths. I'm good. I think I'm good. That's all I needed. Didn't get the honey pot with Genty out of the top 6,
That would
but
have been
that's okay.
nice. It's like 4.5 to 1.
Oh man, fucker.
I like the Niners pick. I guess it makes sense. That was kind of telegraphed that we didn't know who or if it was going to be, maybe Nolan or something at that point, but it felt like defensive line was a lock. What is the gin situation? What's your gin of choice? I didn't bring one down to the office.
I have Nolet Silver. I should have brought it over because I need another one now. Fuck. I wasn't. We said we were going to watch at least 4 through 10. We've blown through 11.
No, I kind of want to see 15.
The 15 market. You want to know who the current favorite is? His name starts with the Jalen and ends with the Walker. He's plus 210 now. That was a bad number.
I
think people might have thought he was going to go to the Niners or something. I don't know why he would have been that big of a number. Let's look at 16. 16 is who again?
Cardinals.
Oh yeah, I have no fucking read here.
It's defense. Maybe the offensive line if some of those guys fall, but probably defense. They looked at a lot of defensive. That's a Nolan spot probably.
A Nolan spot. Nolan's 29 to 1 to go 16th. Let's do it. 29 to 1.
What's Harmon?
Harmon. Oh my goodness, he's a big one. He's even bigger.
Who's favored then? Shamar Stewart?
Harmon?
Green?
Harmon's not even fucking listed unless I'm tripping.
Who's favored? Is it an edge?
Jody Barron and Matthew Golden are your co-favorites, but they're big numbers.
They did talk to wide receivers.
Harmon. Dude, I don't see even Harmon's even listed. That seems crazy.
This is a tough one to get into because there's
Harmon was listed and somebody bet him. Somebody just bet him. He's 15 to 1 now for Harmon.
Okay.
Harmon's 15 to 1. Nolan is 29 to 1. You like either of those?
Well, the problem with this one is there's like 7 guys. Pierce, Green, Stewart, Ezraku, Harmon, Nolan, and then maybe Golden if he falls. So this is a tough one.
Church says Nordes from Spain is a great choice in terms of gin. I love a good gin recommendation. I've never heard of Nordes from Spain. I will track that down. That's phenomenal. Is it like, would you comp it to like Hendrix, or is it more herbal? A Spanish gin. That's fun. Never tried one of those. Still waiting the Cowboys pick. If you get it before me, just shoot it. Otherwise, it's going to be tougher to capture these long-term markets here.
Yeah, I got nothing on Dallas yet.
Okay, let's start thinking about 17. That is the Bengals. We're thinking obviously D-line or pass rush there. Derek Harmon is 11 to 1. Mike Green is plus 175. Shamar Stewart, who is still available, is 5 to 1. That feels like a short list of who could realistically go. Kenneth Grant, 14 to 1 also. Walter Nolan, plus 750. That seems all correct. Big bodies, big trenches, defensive trenches for the Bengies.
All right, people that the Bengals met with. Nick.
Oh, this is awesome.
I'm gonna worry. He met with Nolan. They met with Pierce. They met with Connerly, the tackle, and they met with Scorton, and for some reason Travion Henderson was a 30 visit for the Bengals.
Amonowori is 48 to 1. You said Connerly. He's 48 to 1.
Yeah.
Who else you had?
They met with Travion Henderson. I don't feel like he's going to be
75 to 1.
75 to 1. They met with Pierce. They met with Nolan, and that should be at Scorton.
Scorton.
I call him.
Scorton.
That's why you guys listening. That's why your grandma has the plastic on the couch. Like Scorton.
Scorton is 75-1. So everyone they met with is massive fucking price points there. I'm gonna let you carry on.
It's hard when you're halfway through the draft and like in those spots to like decide who you want to meet with because it's hard to say who's gonna be left.
We have 0.0 clue still who the Dallas Cowboys are taking. What is the best mixer with Jen? I mean, Luke, we got to cover the draft. I don't have all night, but it's
honestly, it is the elderflower.
It's fever tree tonic. Yeah, fever
I
tree.
prefer the elderflower one, but there's.
Do you have a preference between fever tree in the small cans, in the small bottles, or in the larger bottle?
Small bottles.
Always. Oh, okay.
Always.
I gotcha. I'm a small can guy. The small bottle. There's like my tumbler with my ice and my pour. The small bottle leaves a little bit at the bottom that gets warm, and I don't like that, so I go small can.
I just fix up a bigger glass.
What was the commentary you had?
Oh, somebody pointing out that Loomis, they don't end up meeting with people. There are teams that just they draft. That's something I'm going to track too.
Cowboys took Tyler Booker. Wow. IOL. We're gonna get our 7 offensive linemen tonight, boys. That one's coming home. That was a big one for this. School? He was an Alabama graduate, Dandy. And I've heard he loves football, and I heard he is a good locker room guy, big character guy. Great pick by the Cowboys. Love that one.
I gotta figure out my one. So we got Campbell, we got Membu, we got Banks, we got Williams. Jesus, it's only 5. A
lot of time left, Andy. A lot of time left. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a refill. I'll let you take care.
All right. So the guys I need to go then. Probably let's count the guys. Like Walker's going. Jade Barron's probably going. Pierce probably going. Nolan probably going. Hairston, Campbell, Shamar Stewart, Matthew Gold, and that's 8. That gets me to 13. I need 2 more. So I need a Monowari. And then I need somebody like Starks has to go at that point then. Oh, it's going to be tight. Trey Amos sneaking into the first. Jackson Dart sneaking into the first would be huge. Mason Taylor, the rumors of him going 32nd. That would be I should have bought the hook, guys, I guess. Trey Harris, I don't think is happening. Luther Burden, that dream is dead for him, but we'll get there. And if we don't, I'll just go to bed early. I don't understand the Cowboys sometimes. I think maybe what we missed, Drew, was the team that took a running back in the top 10 as a 700-year-old coach. I didn't know if he can hear me. Drew, yell from the kitchen if he can hear me. I don't think he has his headphones on. Either way, we'll move on. Hopefully somebody bet the Walker pick at 15 and make some money there. If this is offensive line, I guess it still does leave. It leaves tackles. Like Simmons has been linked. Feels like this is Simmons or a safety. So those are my choices there. I don't have any bets on it because I can't. Next year, I told this story on the podcast the other day. I said, or I told it to somebody maybe off the air, maybe Sammy P. I said I got all excited and I drove to Iowa one year because all the other people in the live chat were getting way better bets than me because there was a DraftKings and FanDuel and PointsBet and whatnot. I drove to Iowa to bet on my legal books, and Iowa didn't have draft betting. It was illegal. I think it's back. I think Iowa does have draft betting now. So maybe next year, I got to talk to Drew too. He'll have to go to I don't know, Nevada maybe. What's the closest state? Arizona. It'd be a lot cooler if we were sitting in a legal state and we could just live bet some of these this action, and make some money off of it. a different day. I almost drove to Green Bay today. I saw the pictures of the crowd. Kind of glad I didn't because like a 0.0% chance I could have got a hotel room based on how big anyone who knows how big that city is. I don't know how they're even getting the people that are already there booked, and people are probably driving to Milwaukee to sleep after this. There's just not enough hotel rooms up there. I suppose Airbnb being what it is now, maybe people have found enough temporary VRBOs to make their way and stay within like 20 minutes. But boy, I'm glad I didn't drive to Green Bay. It's like a 4-hour drive. I don't know what he's doing. I never know what he's doing back there. It does look miserable. It's like being at a festival, but there's no cool bands. Lemonade and gin is a choice. So I could get down with lemonade and gin if I put some fresh mint in it. That would be a good drink. Maybe mint and cucumber. So lemonade, gin, mint, cucumber, fresh mint. Otherwise, I don't know about that mixing. Gin and lemonade kind of sounds like lemonade / brushing your teeth after it.
Mm. You know what the best two things to mix with gin if you don't have tonic are, right?
Juice.
No.
Snoop told me that.
No. It's fine.
Did you? I've been watching the Pop Culture Jeopardy, just to go on a sidetrack here quick, and that one of the answers was gin and juice, and just like the squarest 50-year-old white dude with glasses.
What is gin and juice?
He even looked. He's like, I mean, the group next to him was an all black family, and you can tell he just looked straight forward. He's like gin and juice. It's like, oh man, I didn't think I was gonna get this one.
No, the best two ingredients to mix with gin if you don't have tonic are Campari and sweet vermouth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or I mean, shit, man. You want to do dry vermouth and olive juice? That works. Those are two good ones too.
I was gonna say you could make before you people. I'm getting the old man yelling at Cloud.
Yeah.
Before you youngsters ruined the martini by just putting everything in it and making every single version a vodka martini. A martini used to mean something. It used to be, vermouth, gin, and an olive. And now it's vodka and, hypnotic and espresso beans, and God knows what else.
Espresso martinis are good. 3 beans. And only 3 beans.
I don't fuck with alcohol and caffeine anymore. I'd rather do heroin, man. Dude, I drank too many vodka Red Bulls. That stuff might have ruined my heart.
Oh no, Andy, that's
taking
terrible.
Blood thinners now because of that.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Grilling. We drank them too heavily. Grilling Rex for the weekend. Drew, what about you?
I'm going up to Paso Robles this weekend. We're staying at an Airbnb in wine country. What are we gonna grill? Probably some steaks.
I found a brisket.
I'm gonna do some steaks. Yeah, we'll do some ribeye with some filet on the grill.
Ooh, so I have a fire pit.
Mm-hmm.
And it has one of those hinged grates that goes over half of it for cooking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how about our Knicks? How about our Knicks hand jobs for Ewoks? How about our Knicks?
Never in doubt.
No. It's not over yet.
No, I'm calling it.
No, don't you dare.
I can't change.
Don't you dare.
Either way, I have a grilling grate that goes over my fire pit, which I just cleaned out after I did some cleanup burning. And I have all that nice split wood. A lot of it's really nice split ash and oak. I'm going to get a nice fire going, and I'm going to cook a big slab of fucking meat on that thing over wood fire. Not even the charcoal grill. Like there's like gas grill, and then there's charcoal, and then there's over fire.
Oh, I love that.
I think that might be the ticket. I don't have a lot of time this weekend. We got some activities and shit going on, and then my mom wants me to come up for Easter, because I didn't come up for Easter on Easter. So she wants to have another Easter, which feels really dumb at this point. But I will be visiting my mother for Easter dinner on Sunday, which just ruins a whole day.
I think did FanDuel nuke all their markets?
I don't
Like,
know. I don't have it
I
up
don't.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't see anything worth betting on. They have these weird specials, like let's say Malachi Starks to be drafted between picks 21-32,
Those are kind of
which
fun.
minus 170 to be drafted. That's awesome.
Oh, I've got some
Dolphins. What the hell is this?
defensive tackle. It's not where I had my mind.
No, did
I mean,
you
he
see
was
or hear
going,
any of
but
that? That's a wild one.
good player, great player, but not who I had pegged there.
They have so many needs.
Yeah, not someone
This
they
kind of
met
feels like.
with.
Do you think they got rugged on Booker? They were like ready to run Booker up, and they were like, "Oh shit, Booker's gone. Who do we take? Fuck it, Grant." Like that's a crazy one.
It could have been.
Yeah, Harrison first DB is very live.
Yeah, if all the DBs fall, I think some people that took some long shots on Amos and Ravel and Hairston to be first corners, I think those are live. Obviously, there was two different markets. There was first corner, and then there was first DB. The DB prices were bigger because you got
Safeties
Starks
are in
and
there.
Monterey to fight. But man, I know some people took some long shots. I took some on Ravel, Revel. I still haven't heard someone say his name. Who knows how to say it? Siobhan, I call him.
Nixie, the closing price for Tyler Warren here was something like minus 500 or 800 or something like that. It was a big one.
Ran that one to the podium.
Man.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang,
Bang,
bang.
bang.
Thank you. Finally. Let's pick this up a little bit. The Cowboys really threw a freaking wrench in the works, slowing things down. Warren is in at 14. The 15th pick. I mean, if this isn't Jalen Walker, do we riot?
We don't riot, but it was a good price.
This is a great price.
Yeah.
15-1.
It sucks.
I don't want them to
we're
run.
gonna have to wait like the whole 10 minutes for this one, aren't we?
Do you think they're going to listen to trades, or they just go take the guy?
I think they probably look at their board. You know, here's the thing: they did more research on defense than almost anybody, I would assume, because said they didn't even send their offensive scouts or coaches up to the combine. They said, "You guys stay home. You have work to do." Like they only sent defensive coaches and scouts to the combine. They said it's got to be defense. Obviously, had to be defense, but there's like 5 guys that could be here.
Vince says Bengals board is Nolan and Stewart, so we could see Nolan go to the Bengals as we were speculating.
Yeah, like the same thing. Nolan.
Oh, the Knicks are really trying to choke here. Captain Clutch needs to step up and carry this thing across the line, guys. I mean, we can't be doing this. We can't be doing this. We can't be doing this. Don't fuck this up, guys. What the hell is Captain Clutch doing tonight anyway? I haven't been watching this game really at all. Is he playing? Is he hurt? What's happening? Oh, he's playing. He's got 7 free throws. That's good. He's not making 3-pointers. Good Lord. That is an ugly 3-point. 1 of 7. Thankfully, Malik Beasley, who could not get 6 man of the year home, is sucking equally. He's 1 of 8 from 3. He cooled off like he jumped in the Arctic Ocean. My God.
It feels like Shedeur to the Seahawks is still pretty alive.
Do you think the Colts got TE1 on their board without making a trade after it was all said and done?
Yeah, I think
probably
good for them, because I feel like that was always the news, that they liked him better and they wanted to trade up if they needed to. So good for them.
Do you think that the Colts or the Jags, based on their draft to this point, are an intriguing AFC South team? Or is this like wild card fodder?
I still don't like the quarterback situation enough in Indy. If their defense improves with, Anarumo that'll be great, but you don't win games and you don't win divisions without something at quarterback.
I mean,
And
their quarterback reminds me of Josh Allen. Both of them.
it reminds me of Josh Hines Allen.
I hold no grudge to the people who cashed their Peyton Pritchard 80 to 1s. Like, that was a bet of a lifetime, of a century, of a lifetime. So good good on you guys, especially because Malik Beasley had like a hot 2 months, and then otherwise he wasn't really all that important or effective for them. I just need the Knicks not to fuck this game up, please. I have a lot on them tonight. Somehow, some way, I got a bigger fill than I was expecting. So I need the Knicks to not fuck this up, please. Although, speaking of Detroit, you know who we have to give a heartfelt, the entire internet was wrong, and
Joey.
you were right. Joey Knish.
Yep.
He staked his reputation on Mason Graham was not going to fall past pick number 6 or 7.
I think he said 5. Honestly, at one point, he was really going out there. I don't know.
Yeah, he was prophetic with his declaration there. That was huge. So wherever you are, enjoy a cold beverage on us, Mr. Joey Knish, for your confidence in what's his name, Mason Graham. And you know what else he had? Did he have Loveland TE1? I think might be his night. This Michigan guy is going early too. Kenneth Grant. I mean, Will Johnson's not going to get that.
It's kind of the story you always tell, Drew. It's the story you tell about how you thought you were a good sports bettor when you started, because you were a Patriots fan who went to Duke.
Selection
bet
bias.
Their futures.
Yeah,
and it's like Knish bet a bunch of Michigan
bias.
guys.
Sorry, survivorship bias.
Yeah, Knish bet a bunch of Michigan guys to go high, and because he's a big fucking homer, and good job.
Hey, he tacked his reputation to the right school and right players, man. My goodness. I'm pretty sure he had Loveland TE1. Yeah, Church says he did. So good on him, man. I'm glad he still has it. I'm glad he still has his fastball. Yeah, because
I feel like it's a bounce back season for him in college football.
Did he not do well last year?
I think he probably did fine, but the show that was always like a joke. The show that him and God, who is it?
Brad Powers?
Yeah, it feels like their show was kind of slumping at the beginning of the season, and then I didn't pay attention.
I was not aware of that. I just know that that's like one of
the maybe I'm
one of the
more
watched
pieces.
I don't. I have no fucking clue. I would just tell you that a lot of people watched that.
Pizzola was making fun of them. That's
Gil says they got wrecked 2 years ago, but they had a nice year last year. That seems reasonable.
Maybe it was 2 years ago.
I know a lot of people watch that show. And I don't know that there's better, sharper college football content around. Do you know? There's not, right? I would be surprised if there was anything better, at least for the quasi sharp community, the people that they're trying to win without the rest. Oh, don't tell me this.
I'm kidding. I made that up.
It's 108 101, dude. Oh, Christ. God,
that is the worst feeling, is when you go to like a different room or you do something else on your phone and you pop back and like an 8-point lead is gone.
I keep forgetting why I even have that tab open on my computer, because the draft is so consuming, man. This has been a really fun draft, though. I'm a little annoyed we haven't just gotten our Jalen Walker home yet. I don't know what the Falcons are waiting on. Maybe they're trying to make a tough decision against a bunch of guys they have.
I think they probably are. There's like 6 people that you could definitely make a case for here.
This kind of surprises me, if we're being honest. Like, I sort of thought this was a no-brainer for them.
Are you still on no more? Are you still on No More Quarterback Island, where you think that no one will take one? Or have you softened at all?
I am on No More Quarterback.
I still think we get 2. I think Dart goes, and that's it. I do not think the 2.5 cash is over.
Well, we know the Browns plan now, right?
Suck for another 10 years.
Well, it's stockpile picks to do something next year, right?
Yeah.
The Browns are looking at 2026. Don't kid yourself. Like, they needed more assets for this draft, and they got them, but They are very squarely looking at what they can do with their pick plus Jags at number 1 next year to get the quarterback solved. That's my read on their decision to trade. What about you?
No, for sure. Just pick acquisition in a weaker draft. It makes sense for almost everyone but them. That was the one game-changing player. I understand where they're coming from. If they were drafting in any other spot in the draft, I would have loved it. But I don't know that you let that guy get out of the building. I don't know. They're in such a weird spot with what they're paying Watson. It's tough to like actually lay out a good plan for them and say this is how you build your franchise from here, because basically they're fucked. It's like the lady who rents the cars on planes, trains, and automobiles. What's that mean? It means you're fucked. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She's the assistant, principal's assistant in Ferris Bueller.
Yes, she's great.
Nobody knows her name.
She's great.
Love her.
She's great. Speaking of Ferris Bueller, we have a
bow bow.
We have a party at our house on the Saturday of the Grand Prix in Long Beach every year. You got to come one year and see it. It's fucking cool as hell with the cars ripping around, and the party.
I've liked California.
Both Brisket and Ship have been there, but Andy has not made the effort to come out to see the racing. But that's fine. The party, there's one couple that always comes who are super fun. They live on a boat. They literally take their boat out to Catalina from like June 1st through like October 1st, and then bring their boat back, and they park in Long Beach Harbor. It's like a hell of a fucking retired life that they live. The wife was the bus driver in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like pulls up and like opens up the school bus. Is like, where getting on? Yeah, that like she is just like a crazy random like bit, what do you call it?
That's funny. Was she in a bunch of stuff as like a bit actress?
Yeah. It's like just a character actress in the 80s and a lot of those John Hughes movies and stuff. And she gets like the WGA rights enough to.
So she gets like a check for like $8 every month.
Yes, forever for being the bus driver in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What the fuck is going on with the Falcons?
I don't know. The Falcons. Did they miss their pick? Not getting this one tipped.
Did they miss their pick?
At this point, they're out of time, and no one has tipped it online yet.
You'll never guess what it is, Andy.
Jalen
Walker. SEC baby.
Line.
SEC baby.
Well, congrats to you guys. SEC. Now for sure. Where are we spending day one of the draft next year? We have to be in a legal betting state.
Somewhere with FanDuel.
I was going to say, what's a good place to?
Do we know where the draft is going to be next year? Hopefully it's somewhere good. It'd be cool to be there live betting it.
It's somewhere dumb, I thought. Isn't it? Arizona. Arizona's a good stuff. Good job. If you
it's in Pittsburgh. Yeah. It's in Pittsburgh.
I've spent time in Pittsburgh. I liked Pittsburgh. I'm not doing that. We'll either be in Scottsdale or
goodness.
You know what we should do? Go find Calhoun. We'll get a room at the Nugget in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Ooh, Louisiana has it, right? Okay.
Well, they have that.
I dig it.
Have that fun little. Oh my God, that was awesome. Glad anybody who grabbed that numbers. Good job, boys.
Yeah, well done. Well played. 15-1 live opener on Jalen Walker for. Man. Well, honestly, like shame on the Falcons for waiting whatever that time was. Maybe they were just waiting, hoping someone would come up to get him.
FanDuel probably called him and be like, "You boys, you can't do this."
Someone might, but
we got too much liability.
Whoever was trading up for Walker there. Really. God, I hope that works out for them. Georgia kid going to Georgia kid too. That's fucking cool.
Right, we'll have 4 or 5 more of these. They will be in our dub club. You can check that out in the Discord.
You know what? You only have to wait 4 more months and we'll have some live winners for the Hall of Fame game halftime show.
2.5. It opened 2.5. It always opens a Wong teaser, man. It's always 2.5.
It is a long teaser special.
Oh yeah, this is the
you
thing.
it
We,
is
we
this
do
year?
gotta remember what state, because Vegas doesn't have draft
Yeah.
stuff the day of the draft. Colorado takes it down earlier. Yeah, we'll have to make sure on that, but it would be fun to be live betting.
That would be. It would be funner if the Knicks could just make their free throws and not make this final fucking
Honestly,
30
when's
seconds
the last time you went to Chicago?
I love Chicago. I like Pittsburgh, honestly.
So many
I've had
Pittsburgh
fun in
was-
all these cities.
I had a lot of fun. Obviously, we went to a baseball game, so I went to the best building in
Of course.
Pittsburgh.
Yes.
But honestly, the restaurant we ate at was great. The
Illinois.
hotel was
Okay. Good call. Yeah.
yeah. I think maybe a Chicago meetup would be cool.
Cool. That would be sick. All right. Well,
I'd drive. I'd totally drive. I always
man, dude, this run of sports is so fucking good. Draft this week into you know what Saturday is?
Oof. What's that?
We're drawing post position
Oh, for the
for the
Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
I saw the numbers. What happened to your horse? Your horse is like 30-1.
What?
There were early numbers on American whatever Glory.
American Promise is still very, very much a hot horse. Did you
Yeah, I
not
know,
see his
but they're
7
big
furlong
numbers.
workout? It was incredible last weekend. He is sharp as fuck. Don't tell me that.
Well,
Let me
should we
see.
bet them then?
Yes, American Promise.
American Promise
the
is
guy.
25-1 on the future line.
19 to 1 at a place that'll take a real bet.
I can get $500 down on 25-1.
That is a bet. American Promise is winning it this year, Andy. People, that number is going to crater next week. I will do it myself if I have to. That number is going to implode. American Promise is the horse. That's
$100 on him.
You want to watch. If you're prepping for our pod, hopefully Mike has time for us next week to handicap the Derby. But if you're prepping, be sure to watch the Virginia Derby. Watch the Virginia Derby. Enjoy. Mark.
It's hard to win the Derby. There's 20 horses.
He emerged so late because he doesn't turn 3 until the weekend of the Derby. Like he is a late bloomer by nature, but he is massive. He is a monster, and his Virginia Derby run was just like chef's kiss.
Yeah, and this is the problem too. If he has a bad draw,
if he draws 20 or 1 or 2, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I will be. I'll be pissed. The ideal draw for his running style is 5 to 8. I'll take 9. 5 to 9, I'll take it. Anything further outside, I'm going to be a little sad. Anything inside of 5, I'm going to be a little nervous. But right now, the weather for the Derby looks freaking absolutely beautiful. It looks like it's going to be a sick weekend in Louisville. And it looks like it looks like, to me at least, that it looks like to me that the field is weak and he is strong, and everybody's gonna be very visually impressed with that horse warming up and getting ready and impressed. And honestly, his workout last week in 7 furlongs out in 45.8, like that is no fucking joke. Like that, he is coming into his large body as we speak. He is going to be a very formidable out. Justify all over again. Honestly, he looks so fucking similar visually. I can't get it out of my head.
Walter Nolan. Nick.
Mark, you know what? There's 20 horses. I'm probably wrong. But you know what, Andy? One of the reasons
you got to pick a horse.
You got to pick a horse. I'm excited that I was locked into this one so early in the cycle, and I'm also excited. You know why? Because he's trained by Dwayne Lucas.
Should I come down? Are you going? Should I come down there?
I will be there Wednesday through Sunday. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll come down.
It's absolutely killer. It's a killer time. You know, it's all you can eat. It's all you can eat, all you can drink once you're inside the grounds. And the betting experience there on Saturday is just fucking sick. It's sick. You enjoy the Breeders' Cup. This is on another level. Anyway, he always does work his horses 7 furlongs, but this one had a good workout. And I like that he worked him 7 furlongs when he did, rather than running him in the Lexington. All of that is a good sign. But mostly, Dwayne Lucas hasn't won the Derby since 1999, Andy. So his 25th anniversary of his last Derby win. But even
some people bet Nolan 12-1 too.
Go ahead. Yes.
How the F is just getting rich live betting. I bet before the draft.
Yes. Good work, man.
I don't think any track is better than Santa. Like Churchill Downs has the. I mean, it's like the cathedral of horse racing, whatever. But
on Derby weekend,
so awesome.
I mean, here's the thing: Churchill Downs.
If you go to Churchill Downs on a random Saturday,
on Derby, on a random Saturday, it might be a little bit empty. It might feel empty. But on Derby weekend, Derby Oaks Day, Derby even, there's 100,000 people there. It's fucking crazy, and it's impressive. It's extremely impressive. It's like people who will go to the Indianapolis 500 and they're like, you got to see it. Like, you got to see it once in your life. You won't believe it, like, unless you see it in person.
I think it's kind of like it's like I always dig on Wrigley. Like Wrigley's a shitty stadium.
Tapan Street Tapan Street is live. She's 11-1. Yeah, it's a great call. It's a great call.
It's like going to a bad baseball stadium for a World Series game.
It's a very, very good call.
Honestly, I prefer Del Mar for how cool it looks and the location.
Yeah.
But Santa Anita is so big and so awesome.
It is.
Del Mar's
and the view of the mountains and the palm trees and all that is quite cool also at Santa Anita. But it's a pain in the ass to get to Santa Anita from anywhere that's cool to stay. Right?
Yeah.
You experienced that firsthand. It's a million miles away.
The thing is, like, I pulled up an Uber from Manhattan Beach. I was staying I sound like that lady who talked about the Jaguars draft pick. Well, my new beach house, well, not on the beach, but right near the beach. But yeah, I was like on the beach. We rented an Airbnb, part of a building, and from that spot in Manhattan Beach to the track was a 48-minute Uber. Like,
that's
settle in, honey.
That's short.
Yeah, like we didn't.
It can be much longer. It can be much longer than that.
No traffic.
It can be much longer than that. Yes, absolutely right. All right. So yeah, that's the problem with Santa Anita. Whereas at Del Mar, you could stay in a house overlooking the water on the cliffs and then ride your bike down to the track and then ride your bike back up to the, like, absolutely sick, like, dining and drinking experience. So, Del Mar is better for my money, but Churchill Downs for Derby weekend is going to be fucking spectacular.
Check. Yeah. I don't think we can give out any more live ones because.
Well, the markets are closed, so we can't tell you what odds are just truly fucking terrible. Oh wait, no, hang on.
Well, I didn't know how big LA was. I just thought it was like, in my head it was going to be like 20 minutes across town. I didn't realize like it was in a different part of California.
Yeah. Well, no, you made the right call. You stayed in a beautiful place. Absolutely.
Every morning you get up and just walk out to the beach.
Oh,
get
sick.
a coffee and a breakfast burrito. Like Manhattan Beach was sick. I would love to do that again.
Yes.
Del Mar was cooler, and I did love staying on Pacific Beach too.
Yeah. Curtis is right. FD is back up. Let's talk about where we are and just see if we can pull something out of the back of our gray matter here. 17, we're expecting somebody like Mike Green or Harmon, a big body on the D side. Shamar Stewart, that'd be a good one. 18, we're expecting Gray Zabel. At this point, Gray Zabel not going 18 would be a shocker of the draft cycle.
Well, I think it would have been a shocker. Like if Booker was still there, maybe that makes sense too. But with him off there, it does feel pretty Zabel-y.
Zabel-y, 18. 19, we think. I forget who I had 19. Who do you remember who you had 19? I'm drawing a fucking blank
my
here.
mock.
Yeah, I gotta do the same.
I did so many mocks. Walking in LA. Nobody walks in LA. All right, just some dead air there. Oh, I put Mike Green there. So my mock was Booker to Seattle because he fell. Another one that's people have not taken a corner or a safety yet, and I know that the main need is edge for Tampa. Tampa 100% could take a corner.
I
I
have
just
the
don't.
next
I
three
just
picks.
don't know which one.
I have, you ready for this? Bengals,
Yeah.
Green, Seahawks, Zabel, Tampa, Ezeruku, the Boston College kid, Broncos, Omari and Hampton, Steelers 21 is the next one where we have bettable opportunities. You ready?
And we
Harmon,
just don't know where
shit, dude. Derek
Hampton.
Harmon is plus 170. Okay. Shadur Sanders is plus 125. I have a belly laugh for you on that number. Ha 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 ha. I don't think so. I don't hate Emeka Egbuka there at 10-1, because the potential for moving off of what's his face.
What's Shamar
George
Stewart
Pickens.
there?
Shamar Stewart is big number. Where the fuck is he?
I don't hate it.
The way these are listed, it sucks, man. It's so hard to find stuff. I don't even think they listed him. Stu.
Talking late night CONCACAF champions.
He's
Cup
75-1. Sorry, man. 75-1. I sorry to keep interrupting you. Bad timing. My bad.
You know what we shouldn't bet?
Oh,
Shamar
Stewart just got drafted. Stewart to the Bengals. Well, we knew it was going to be a big body, big boy.
Don't bet Stewart.
Don't bet Stewart. God, Stewart should be gone by now. Let's maybe. Oh, he's gone, and he's gone.
Okay.
Okay, so we are now in the Stewart. Gray Zabel goes next 18. Put that in pen. Tampa Bay takes another edge.
What are the prices for the cornerbacks? I think if you want to take a fun flyer, if you have a little extra money
at 21.
No, at Tampa. That
Tampa's
market's not up.
Long gone, yeah. Long gone. Yeah. Let me give you, I'll make one for you. You ready? Tampa edge plus 125. Corner plus 450. Other plus 200.
I mean, I'd probably still bet edge if you're giving me. I think it's over 50%.
Over 50%. Okay.
Yeah, I think it should be a minus number. But I was just wondering if that one was up because I don't think they are completely out on corner, but I think it's like a 30% shot. It's like 60-30 edge corner and then 10% God knows what, because you're at the point in the draft where teams don't have to draft for need. So everybody, if you've never done a mock, I think you should do a mock because they're incredibly difficult. It's a lot more difficult than it looks, even if you do a shitty mock, because you start to look at it like, and you think, oh, I shouldn't do that because the next team might want him, which is the silliest thing you'll ever think. But it doesn't matter how many mocks you do. You start thinking that way, like, oh, man, I don't know if I should do this pick because he fits better in this pick one or two picks later, which is the dumbest shit because that's not how teams do it. Like, oh, we shouldn't pick this guy because I really know Jerry Jones wants him, so we won't take him. We'll save him for him. It gets more and more difficult as you get further into the mock. And at a certain point, you have to stop looking at needs. Like if it's there, yeah. And if you have a GM that always reaches for need, yeah. But there's a lot of these picks from here on out that are going to be like, well, that wasn't really on their list of guys they needed. Some of these people know, and they just say, we have to take the best available player at this point.
I agree with that.
And that's where I think some corners are going to start flying.
At some point.
Go Knicks. I told you I couldn't jinx the Knicks.
Well, I got to ask Vodzilla, like, tell me what the fuck's going on here, man. It's 0.1 seconds stuck for me. Ref initiated review. What's happening? Like, please tell me
Detroit
Captain Clutch
took a game-winning 3, I think, and they're deciding
if
it was good or not.
Anything but that, please. But yeah.
Here's a fun one. Dart, Curtis Johnson.
I'm not watching. I should be watching this live. I was just gonna rewatch it after this fucking. And now I'm so fucking distracted.
What is the market for Dart at 24? Because that's such a trade spot. That's a fun one. If you want to get dumb.
That is a
He
good
says
one.
25, 15 to 1.
That is a fun one. That would be the one. 10 to 1 now. 10 to 1 now for
I'm
Dart
sure
24.
people are betting that.
I don't hate it. But I also know that betting on a trade is, I guess, the 24 to 1. I'm not going to stop. Or 15 to 1. I'm not going to stop anyone betting on a trade. But
No.
I don't know. Did the Knicks win? Is this over? What the fuck is happening? Yes, it's over. Final. 8. Captain Clutch comes through with the missed free throw that ends the game. Thank you, guys. Whew. Knicks by 2, Andy. That was a little too close. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Vancouver, Inter Miami. I'm not taking over 2.5. I'm not taking over 3.5. I'm taking over 4 plus 320.
Wow.
Big game.
Okay.
Big game. We're hitting that at halftime, guys.
Can you parlay that with anytime goal scorer Messi?
Probably not. Not where I'm betting. I could go look at like the bet builder would probably let you do that and be like, here's 10 cents to add to your parlay.
The the tried and
Shamar
true
Stewart, SEC.
The tried and true. Oh, great call. The tried and true zigzag bettors in the NBA are having themselves a decent little moment. Grizzlies up 10 in the first quarter against the Thunder. Down 0-2 at home. First half, first quarter, never in doubt.
First half, yeah.
Andy, I have news for you about pick number 18. You got to guess?
Did it go Gray Sable?
It did. Gray Zabel.
Weird.
5 offensive linemen so far, Holt. I don't think Gray Zabel's in the SEC, right? No, North Dakota State hasn't made the jump to the SEC yet.
No, we're at 8 SEC players. North Dakota State is in the
FCS
Summit, the Summit League.
Former
home of Valparaiso.
Zabel Hawks per the script. Yeah,
that was why they.
I feel like
day one.
Yeah, I feel like what's their names? FanDuel took down that portion of the draft because they just knew they were going to bleed and they didn't want to bleed, so they stopped.
Yeah, you want to hang Zabel like minus 150, see if someone bets it.
Yeah,
Barron overs cash.
Barron overs are home. Barron overs are. That kind of didn't even really feel like a close call.
Yeah, I think some of the mid round overs, like the
what
Barron
was
over,
that? What was that steam all about?
Mike Green was like 17 or 18, wasn't he? 16, maybe even.
That got that one way over because of the sex stuff.
Yeah, the sex stuff. God, he's a alleged sex pest.
Yeah.
Mountain West. They're not in the Mountain West, are they? You're crazy.
Pick 22. You got to read.
My nephew might be in the Mountain West. We might get some inside info on college football next year. Actually, has to go to school one more year.
Chargers, if you have access to it, the Chargers, I think, are going to take Matthew Golden, and that is 10 to 1, and that is not correct. The Chargers are taking Matthew Golden 22. I would say that with relatively high confidence. What do you feel like, Andy? No? You shaking your head? Chargers?
I don't like it. No.
They
need a receiver. I don't like it.
Who did they do visits with?
He's fast. That's good.
Who did they do visits with?
Chargers did visit.
The only Michigan guy left is Will Johnson, and Will Johnson has
Loveland,
red flags galore.
They met with tight ends. They met with Mason Taylor and Colston Loveland
and Golden and Tet.
Harbaugh. I don't know if Harbaugh's taken a. I don't know. And maybe I'm incorrect because I'm not big on the draft evaluation stuff, but it feels like it's isn't it a little kind of redundant with the other guy they drafted last year? Or
Ladd?
Isn't Golden kind of smaller? Yeah, isn't he? Is that a little redundant with McConkey, or is Golden like purely
Ladd
outside
is locked into the speed? Golden is going to get McConkey space for sure. I think.
How much was he in the slot in college, or was he strictly outside?
Golden outside. He's an outside guy. Yes, he's a speedster. He's going to get you. He's going to help create space for
Feels
Ladd.
little.
I think.
Feels little for me. Don't want it.
Golden goes.
It makes sense. They need a wide receiver.
22 or 23, I think.
Good job for the Summit League. The Summit League gets one in. What leagues haven't we had yet? So the ACC was right off the bat.
Dead, Harbaugh, wheeling and dealing. That's fair. Sorry, what?
All right, so we got the ACC in. We got the Big 12 in. We got the Big 10. We got the SEC. We got the Mountain West.
No Pac-12 yet.
Arizona is in God knows what. Is
Big
Arizona
12.
a Big 12 team now?
Big 12.
And then we got the Summit League out of the way. Ooh, tough look for the Big East. I don't think that's a football league. I
don't think any of the schools in the Big East have football except for UConn.
UConn does. I think
that's the only one, right?
I mean, they're like FCS teams. Dart just got bet hard to the Rams.
Did he?
I wonder if is it to the Rams or is it to the spot?
Trading who to that spot? Yeah.
Yeah. Rams are a good trade down spot too. Minnesota, the Rams, basically everybody after the Rams. Yeah, Big West has nothing yet. There's been no Banana Slugs. There's been no Titans. No
I will tell you
bags.
this. Like the Vikings trading down makes sense considering their assets. The Rams trading down makes sense considering their needs and their pattern of behavior. The only team that I have heard who's left, who I have been like, I've heard bona fide actively shopping to trade out, is the Commanders. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, and that's been strong, and that's been for like a week.
Yeah, that probably is happening.
It's crazy that we only had the one trade. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is not the end of the chaos." As it turns out, it might have been.
Might have been. Okay, so 23. Your favorite is Will Johnson. I actually don't hate that, but I would actually. I think Barron more likely to go there
with his injury stuff.
I don't. Yeah, right. And Hairston and Barron are the guys that I would look more sincerely at 23 than Will Johnson. Starks. Oh, Birdie. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Starks Ravens is just going to happen. Get that 19-1 in your pocket as soon as humanly freaking possible. Seriously.
It's a big number. I don't know if it should be like the favorite, but it's not far behind whatever edge rushers are there. If he's on the table, like
everyone we've talked to is saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I just believe them at this point. I think they need edge more, but the edges are gone.
Somebody else trading into the first round and getting weird could push. Like if you get Dart anywhere, it just pushes another edge rusher and another cornerback further, closer to
25. You ready for this? Oh, Egbuka's locked. Did he get drafted? Why is Egbuka locked for 25? 25 Egbuka, I would say right now is a very high likelihood if he's available. Oh, the Bucks took him. The Bucks took Egbuka.
You can't bet him to go 25.
Oh shit!
Oh man, I thought this was like a deep third choice was wide receiver.
We're doing offense. I spent all week sweating under 29.5, Andy. I almost cashed out several times because I was just like I don't want to worry about this anymore. To the Bucks as wide receiver 2 is insane. Ooh-wee.
Can you see this? It says Cardinals pick is in.
Yeah.
It says we got a new pope. I just was dying. It's that guy. You know, I couldn't name his handle or anything, but I know him because he's the guy whenever there's like, man shoots his best friend who he mistaken for a deer, and the photo is like a picture of a deer, that guy will be like, "Well, he looks
He looks
a
like a
lot
deer."
Oh my god!
You gotta send me that. I gotta forward
I
that to people.
retweeted it. That guy was just sitting on that. Egbuka. Well, yeah,
Yeah, that is a brilliant comedian who was sitting on that, waiting for that pic so that they could tweet that tweet. Incredible.
Nailed it.
I gotta tell you, the enjoyment I've gotten this week of people dunking on JD Vance for killing the Pope, it's getting a little out of control. It's getting out of control how much
Well,
I'm
and then
enjoying that content.
like he went to India, and suddenly that place is like I think they halted a ceasefire with Pakistan or something. Like everywhere, he's like it's one of the horsemen.
I suppose.
He's pestilence, man.
My favorite tweet, I think, was the guy that was like, he did the fake Google, what does JD Vance stand for? And it said, just killed the Pope. Vance is like, we should have seen it coming. Just killed the Pope.
The fuck, Mary, kill.
Oh, that
great,
was
obviously
awesome.
like that guy.
The couch, the wife, and the Pope. That was excellent. Yeah.
R.I.P. Francis.
Oh, why was this killing me? Oh God,
it's funny because half of the memes they do like the crazy fat face curly hair version of him. I can't even remember what the guy looks like for real. Like when I picture JD Vance, he has an enormous face and curly hair. I can't picture him how he looks anymore.
Do you think this helps him or hurts him long term that he is the freaking internet's punching bag for being such a putz?
I don't know. I don't think that like the people that vote for him or against him are changing their mind one way or the other and based on those.
Oh my goodness gracious, man. All right. Whew. Wow. Well, we should probably wrap this. We've gone much longer than we anticipated. I'm sure you have things to do with your, with your life.
I'm gonna take it easy. Take it easy tonight.
All right.
We had a nice, easy Friday. I'm gonna do some write some reaction pieces to the draft. We're gonna. Oh man, I got a softball game. If it's nice out, like if you guys missed Deep Dive Daily this morning, I proclaimed it. Like there's a line of demarcation yesterday. It is clear liquor season.
Yes.
You can't. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't. Burgundies gone. Whiskey, bourbon, rye out the window. Full-bodied reds. I'm sorry. Only on date night if you have a steak or something heavy. Then you can. Right. Otherwise, it is gin season. It is light wines. It is, for me, Vino Verde, my favorite summer wine, because I love the Portuguese people. They're so sweet. And even vodka. I don't mind vodka in a few things.
I love this.
The thing about vodka is...
Sure, hit me.
You know what the best mixer for vodka is?
More vodka.
Fucking everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, is it liquid? And also, my favorite summer drink is a Paloma.
I blasted the Lalo tequila. And I think I said Lalo on the, or Lola on the pod, but it was Lalo. I've learned since then. That did not last more than 8 nights, I think, total. Incredible mixer with incredibly clean with Topo Chico and lime. And if you're gonna get into the clear liquor, but you're tired of gin and tonic and you're tired of vodka and everything,
tequila sodas, man.
Tequila soda is good. The Palomas is good. The clear 2 choices for this, whether it's a Paloma or a tequila soda, I would go the Lalo Clear or Herradura Cristal.
You know what the third choice is?
That's the Añejo one. What's that? What's the third choice?
Fucking Mezcal.
Mezcal. Well, yeah, sure. Well, for a Paloma, yeah. Absolutely. You want a smoky Paloma with Mezcal. Oh shit, dude. I will never turn that down.
The way a good, like, smoky's a good word for it. I say peppery. It has that, like a pepper, like black pepper, that kind of reaction, I guess, to my palate. But the mezcal that has that bite like that with grapefruit juice, fucking love that.
Yeah, Herradura Ultra is the only thing that I would put on par with what I had with the Lalo. I think those are two.
Dogma. Remember, Dogma just gave me some of that once.
He just keeps promising he's going to bring more, and I'm still waiting.
I gotta meet up with him in Vegas again.
I guess
we'll be there. I'll be there for Bet Bash for sure.
I love this, Mark. By all means, we will chat horses. Join the Discord. We'll be in there chopping it up for sure. If you aren't already in there, I'll look out for you if you are. And anyone who's watching this who will be among the 125,000 people who are at the Kentucky Derby, or the 100,000 plus people who are at the Kentucky Oaks, please reach out, because the best part about working for NBC is that I have carte blanche, and I can go to any part of the entire venue to have a drink, shake hands,
Broncos
watch a race.
went off script.
Did they? Who'd they take?
Yeah, Jade Barron. First corner off the board. First DB that's not.
Wow.
Surprising. This is what I'm saying.
We talked about this yesterday. We talked about this specifically. You brought this up, which is like, what if the Broncos, what if really good strength on strength is there? Here we go.
Crazy that they went defense, but if they say
almost,
if in their evaluations they say this is a top 10, 15 player, and he's there at 20, we're just going to take him. We're going to say our defense is going to be that good. And the thing is, they can get a running back later on.
I will be honest with you. This is making me want to bet the Broncos to win the West. This pick alone.
One rookie makes you.
No, dude, their defense. Look at their defensive depth.
Be very good.
Look at it with him as their slot their slot corner.
Here's the problem, Drew. Really, really good defenses, they just don't repeat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's just not sticky. Yeah. All right, let's call it, boys. We'll see you guys. Best player available, I guess. Good job. Lots of goals in Vancouver tonight.
On the way out, you ready? The most fun part about the Broncos taking Jade Barron is going to be people dunking on the FanDuel chick, Sean Payton's daughter, who didn't know. And that she led people down a road of where they made bets based on her thinking she knew and she didn't, and that she was doing this on purpose. That's going to be unbelievable. And then the second thing is, what's his face trying to defend whatever nonsense puzzle he tweeted out that meant Barron. That's gonna be equally hilarious. Everyone who pretended like they knew the Broncos pick can go fuck themselves, because they did not. Nobody
knows a pick in the 20s. That's the tough part. You just don't know who's going to be there.
Incredible.
Yeah, Albright will spin it. The spin for Albright is just
the Albright spin is already hurting my neck. Oh god,
he's just gonna say what we said. He's like, "Wow, their best player available was too good. They had to pivot." If
you like us and you're listening, let's get Void Amari and Hampton 20 trending.
I put him.
FanDuel convinced you to bet this to lose money, guys.
Thanks a lot, Peyton. What's her name?
I kind of almost feel bad. She's gonna get
her last name
destroyed over this.
Oh, she's just fine. She just don't read the replies. That's the rule.
Okay. All right.
It's people on the internet. What are they gonna do? Yell at you?
Oh, she's gonna take this pretty personally. I feel like a lot of people are gonna take this very personally. This is going to get gross, honestly. I'm just going to mute whatever happens. I'm not going to listen to the Circles Back episode that covers this. That's my prediction for you guys.
Oh, the Circles Back is just 100% GRP now. It's just a GRP show now.
You know what else I'm not going to listen to, Andy? The Circles Back that covers the GRP stuff. Also skipping that one.
I just worry that he's stealing from his mom. I like the shtick if it's a shtick. I just don't know where he's getting this money.
Why
He
haven't
doesn't
they
have a
reached
job.
out to you to participate yet? This is good content.
Oh, I'm not a good. I'm too sweet. I don't like to gossip. I'm too Midwestern for that shit. I can't believe Canadians are doing it. They're supposed to be
Oh,
polite.
that's good. Oh,
So,
dude.
all
Hey,
right.
Handjobs got in on Jalen Walker 25-1. Good
Yeah,
bet,
it's 25-1. And
Good job.
I kind of wish we didn't make that guy money, but
Well, he won
that's fine.
650 units. Good on him.
Yeah. I dig it.
All right, let's call it, man.
Check the
That was
shield,
super
guys.
fun. All right. God damn, what a good fun draft. I
It
can't
was
believe I
kinda
was
fun.
ever shitting on this. I can't believe I ever lost in the NFL. What a putz I was. What an idiot. Harmon to Pittsburgh. You'll never believe it, Andy. Harmon to Pittsburgh.
I think
They
I
said
mocked
they